Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back with today's Timeless Tarot for July the 23rd of 2025. We will be pulling 8 cards from the feminine deck. We will be pulling 8 cards from the masculine deck in order to figure out how to best manifest our highest timelines in accordance with Spirit. I've already done a pre-shuffle and a meditation prayer upon the cards so that we can get our highest timeline, but I am going to shuffle it a couple times just to make sure that the cards are exactly where they need to be. This is an unconventional spread. This is an unconventional interpretation of the cards. If that is not something that you are comfortable with, be blessed elsewhere. But if you are curious about what I am doing, I will have several videos and playlists linked in the corner above so you can get a better understanding of who I am and why I say the things that I do. With that being said, let us go ahead and get our message from Spirit, beginning with the base in the feminine. We have the Ten of Cups. In the sacral, we have the Knight of Pentacles. In the solar plexus, we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. In the heart, we have the Ace of Wands. In the throat, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. In the third eye, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. In the crown, we have that's a 7, correct? No, that is the 8 of Swords. And then finally, rounding out our message from the Divine Feminine on the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. Next, we are going to get a couple of shuffles on our masculine deck here so that we can see what actions we can take. The feminine deck lets us know what the current situation is, what the current gestational situation is. And then the masculine card lets us know what actions we can take to bring about our highest timeline in accordance with Spirit and what we need to be doing. And so we are going to draw 8 cards beginning at the crown. In the crown, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. In the third eye, we have the King of Wands. In the throat, we have Judgment. In the heart, we have the Seven of Wands. In the solar plexus, we have the Six of Wands. In the sacral, we have the Star in reverse. And in the base, we have the Hermit in reverse. And rounding out our message from Spirit with the Divine Masculine, we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, let's dive in and see what the message is for today. We begin with the base. The base is base existence. This is your home, having a home to live in. It can be you owning a home or renting a home. That's not the focus. The focus is that you have somewhere. You have food to eat. That is also here. That is basic provision. You have a job to go to. That is here as well. This is all the basic provision for your life. These are all the things you need in your life in order to live. It is also the area that governs love and wrath. So you may be giving away a little bit too much affection to someone who's not returning it, and therefore you feel a certain way. What we have here is the Ten of Cups. Now, cups is body, spirit. It is water. It is emotions. It is your interpersonal relationships, whether that be with a spouse or a business partner. It is about the emotional maturity and the growth and all of those good things that are associated with Spirit. It is water. It is movable. This is the 10. Now, the 10 is learning the new path. The common interpretation of this is that it is the card of abundance, right? This is generational wealth. This is walking into the path where everything is provided for. You have reached the harvest of the 7. You have seen the new path in the 8. You have chosen the new path in the 9. This is the 10. You are learning what's contained on the new path, and it's going to bring about this provision, right? You already have the base level provision. This is the next level of provision. This is generational wealth. This is providing for children and grandchildren. This is complete security in your bills. This is a very positive card to have on the bottom, right? This is your current situation. This is what's developing around you right now, and what actions you can take to make sure that this manifests in the way that it is showing. We've got the Hermit in reverse. Now, the Hermit is a 9 card, right? 9 is about choosing, but you have the Hermit in reverse. When the Hermit is standing tall like this, he is on top of the mountain. He is getting ready to leave the mountain. He is standing up here with his light for everyone to see. His feet are a little bit frozen. He's not doing what he needs to do, right? He is isolated. Anybody can find him, but they got to walk all the way up the mountain to have a conversation with him. In order for him to interact with anyone, he needs to come down off of the mountain. You have the hermit in reverse. Now, this can signify that you were surrounded by a whole lot of people, right? You are not the hermit. Or this can signify that you need to quit being the hermit, right? This is telling you, yeah, seclude yourself just a little bit, step away, isolate yourself. This is telling you the opposite. If you want to fully materialize this path of generational wealth here, you're going to need to not be isolated. You're going to need to find the associations that are meant for you. You need to step out of your comfort zone on top of the mountain, walk down the mountain, and show everybody your light firsthand. Next up, we're going to be dealing with the sacral. The sacral is the area of sexual areas, right? This is lust and chastity, so you may be giving a little bit too much affection in a carnal nature, or you may not be receiving any affection in a carnal nature. This is also where you work to put into being the thing that you want to be, right? If you have a job and you want a new job, this is where it's going to manifest. If you have an idea that you're wanting to bring into actual fruition, right, this is where it's going to be. Now, the idea is going to show itself here. This is where you're actually going to put it into play. So let's see what the current situation is for you, right? We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a contemplation card. This is challenges. That means that there is a challenge. Maybe when you're coming out of your comfort zone, you're going to be met with some challenges. This is the current situation, so the challenges are either happening right now or are just about to unfold for you. He is sitting on the horse. They're not going anywhere as they are sitting still. He is rising to meet the challenge. He's got the knowledge in his hand. He has the pentacle in his hand that represents the worldly things. And he is looking at it. He is staring at it. He is contemplating what his next steps need to be so that he can take correct action in rising to meet this challenge. There is a challenge. What can you do in order to help that come into a little bit more clarity? You have the Star in reverse. Now, the Star, when it is standing tall, is about balance and manifestation of your dreams. This is a 17 card, which means that it is about learning the third path, which is the highest path attainable. If you see her, she is normally naked. We had to put some clothes on her for YouTube, but she has 7 stars and 1 giant star right there. That is 8, by the way. She has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the earth. She is pouring 1 bowl into the water, or 1 jug into the water and 1 jug onto the earth. This is about balance. You are learning about balance, except you're not, right? You are contemplating something. You have something that you are thinking about awfully intently, but you're not balanced in it, right? There is something about this manifestation that you still need to learn about. There is still some of the balancing between that you need to do. Now, this is the area of sexual energy, so this may very well be with a partner, right? There is some balance you need with your partner. They need to pull their weight. That can very well be what this is saying. This can be that you're not pulling your weight, but it is a lot less likely, right? You, maybe you are giving your affection and that affection is not being returned to you. Maybe there is someone who is not valuing you in the way that you need to be valued. And you need to learn that, right? But you are resisting that learning. You are resisting that change. There is something about it that you're not enacting. This is the area of what you want in your life. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a sexual thing. It can be your business, right? You are pulling too much weight, somebody else isn't. Or they're doing all of the work and you're not. Again, that is more of a less likely considering the other cards. But there is something about this that you need to balance. There is something about this that you need to learn on the higher path, the path of ideas and thoughts. So let's see if we can get a little bit more clarification and see what all of this is really about. That's going to bring us to the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is the part that changes your food into fuel. This is how you feed these dreams and desires, right? You got your base existence. It is being fed by what you are doing. You have your dreams and aspirations. It's being fed by what you are doing. And so for you, your current situation, but this is also the area that deals with gluttony and temperance. So you may be over partaking in some of the substances, right? Whether that be food or drink or various other substances. This is where overconsumption is going to come in, or aestheticism, right? I don't eat meat because I am better than you. That's where this is wrapped up in. And so For you, we have the Five of Wands. Now, Wands is spirit, fire, life, light, logos, and change. All of that is the exact same thing. This is representing that. The Wands represents spirit. It is fire, life, light, logos, and change. This is a conflict card, right? In the exact same way that this is a rise to the challenge card, this is a rise to the challenge card. But you're not quite there. There is a challenge, right? We see that there is a challenge here, right? We see that you are isolated and maybe you don't need to be in order to get to where you need to be. There's a little bit of an imbalance, right? This is reiterating that. What we see here is one person holding off all of the rest. There are 4 attackers attacking him, and he is doing his best to hold them off. It is not necessarily a battle to the death. It can be a training type of situation. Fives represent change and challenge. Wands represent change as well, so there may be some significant change that is challenging. Now, you have this in the reverse, which means that you're not defending yourself all that well, right? There is, like, with this, the imbalance in the partnership area of what you want to create, the imbalance here where you are isolated and you need to come out of that isolation. You're not defending yourself all that well right here. You're not resisting whatever this is. You are succumbing to the temptation to overconsume. Those are all things that can be attributed right here. There are other people involved, right? We have that over here as well. There are other people involved, and you are not doing exactly what you need to do in order to bring about your highest timeline. You are resisting this defense of yourself. So what can you do to take action? We've got the very next card, the Six of Wands. Again, this is spirit, fire, life, light, logos, and change. This is representing overcoming that challenge. This is the challenge that you are not rising to meet. This is overcoming that challenge. Now, the masculine cards are about the future. The feminine cards are about the current situation. And so, in order to rise to this, you've got to rise to this. If you want to defend yourself, you have to do it correctly. This is a crown of triumph, or a card of triumph. He's got a laurel on his head. He's got a laurel on his staff. Both of those signify a victory. Everyone is around him cheering. He is not engaged in combat. He is walking forward on his horse. This is all positive things. So if you rise to meet this challenge, you will overcome the challenge, but you have to rise to meet it. You have to decide, I am going to get involved in that. I am going to come off of the mountain. I'm going to quit being isolated. I am going to effectively do the things that I'm called to do. Next up is going to be the heart. Now, the heart ties together the as below with the as above trinity, and it is where manifestation really takes place. If you can get your as below in accordance with your as above and feed it through your heart into the divine, that's where you get what you really want. Now, this is the area that governs greed and charity. Maybe you are clinging a little bit too much to the material possessions. Maybe you are giving away too many of your material possessions. This is greed is tied to the bottom. Charity is tied to the top, right? You're supposed to be perfectly balanced in between. Now, what do we have here in our what do you want to do with your life? What opportunities are you looking for? You're looking for a change. You are looking for something different, right? You don't want the same thing. This is wands, right? Where's all our wands? We got a wand here, we got a wand here, wand here, wand here, wand here, right? There's a lot of change. There's a wand over here. This is a lot of change that you want in your life, right? This is the area of the things you want to manifest. You want to bring about this change, and it's happening. This is a current card. This is the feminine. This is the situation that is currently happening. We have here, you are learning this new path coming off of the mountain, right? That is the change happening. But in order to bring about that change in the most effective manner, you're going to have to work for the harvest. This is the harvest card, right? One of the harvest cards. 7 and 14 represent harvest. This is the harvest of the first path. You are reaching the completion of this area. Now, this is wands. This is change. This is the change that you desire. It is actually happening. You just have to follow through. That means coming off of the mountain, right? You have to walk forward off of the mountain. Balance your life so that you can manifest and have your victory. This is telling you that the victory is coming. In the same way, this is saying, here's this challenge that you're not rising to meet, but if you rise to meet it, you will overcome it. Get the change that is currently happening and complete the harvest. This is a beneficial thing. This is wonderful. You can see that he has the high ground, Anakin. He is standing upon the high ground and he is guarding himself well, right? That's what's happening right here. He is rising to guard himself from all of these attackers. That can be you if you so choose. Next up, we're going to the throat. The throat is the area of communication. This is where pride and humility run rampant. You may be taking too much pride in some of your work. You may be giving away too much credit. This is also the area of communication. So if you have something that you need to communicate, this is where it's going to manifest. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is a sudden turn of events. This is happening again. This is change, right? You want the change. You're manifesting the change. This is the change, but this is about communication. The current situation is that you are not communicating the change. That's got something to do with this hermit energy, that you are holding back from associating with people. It's got to do with the star energy, where you need to balance how you're interacting with people so that you can overcome this challenge. This is change waiting to happen. This is right around the corner. This is the current energy. It is the feminine card. If it was standing upright, I'd be like, that change is happening right now. Since it is upside down, this is a change that can happen, is ready to happen if you take the steps to make it happen. And clarifying that, we've got the Judgment. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a 10 card. That's about learning the new path. This is a 20 card. This is the one step right before the completion of the world. This is almost the last card in the deck. This is the nurture card for, let's see, 14 plus, no, this is overcoming and growth. 21 is the nurture, the harvest card. 19 would be nurture. This is overcoming and growth. This is becoming the person that you want to be. Now, this again is a positive card. We have the angel blowing the horn, rising everyone up for the last day, and they're all greeting it with open arms. They're ready for it to come. This is again some change happening, but you are overcoming it, right? This is overcome this challenge. This is an overcome this challenge too. Both of these cards on this side, on the right hand side, the right path, they are telling you that you need to take action to overcome this challenge that you are resisting. And next up, we're going to be looking at the crown. Now, the crown is where you interpret what the divine is telling you. It is how you see your path forward, right? Actually, stop. I did that wrong. We are in the third eye. The third eye is where you see forward. This is where you envision the changes that you want. This is you putting into place the changes that you want, generating what you actually want in life. This is another one of those active sessions. It's where you visualize your future. I want this. How do I get there? That's where you work all of this out. For you, that is going to be the Three of Pentacles. This is also the area that governs sloth and diligence. So whether you are working diligently towards something or you are not, right? You're sitting on your bum, not doing what you're supposed to be doing. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Three of Pentacles, when it is standing tall, is the card of apprenticeship. This guy right here, he is learning, right? He is the one actually doing the work at the direction of one of these two fellas, and the other fella is the one paying for the work. One of them commissions it, one of them is the master, and you are the little journeyman apprentice right there on the bench. That's what this represents, learning something new. There is new steps in the process that you don't know. There is something about the earthly pentacles that you are not quite there yet because we are upside down. Now, this is a card of cooperation. There are three people working together. This is not working together. This down here in your base, that's isolation. This down here in your sacral, that is isolation, right? You need to be balanced and get out of that hermit energy. This is telling you the same thing. This is your current energy. This is how you are seeing forward. You don't have the master that you need to learn, right? That can be an interpretation for this. Or you are the master waiting on an apprentice is also an interpretation of this. It is the less likely of the two, but I don't know your particular situation. It is trying to bring together the right people, but you're not, right? There are people out there who are available to help you, but you're not grabbing it. There are people that can teach you something. You're not seeing it. Now, this is seeing forward. This is sloth and diligence. That means that you have actions that you need to take. We have the King of Wands. King of Wands is the mastery of change. Wands, again, is spirit, fire, light, logos, and change. This is the mastery thereof. King is the culmination of the suit. It is the final harvest of the second path. This is mastery. And so, in order to come out of this hermit energy, you're going to have to walk into the mastery energy. Maybe you have learned enough. Maybe me saying that it was the less likely is not the least likely. Right? That's just what comes to me, and it comes and it goes. This seems to be that you need to take the steps towards mastery for your chosen path, right? This is what you want to do. This is you envisioning your future. You are either looking for someone to teach you, or you are looking to teach someone. And this is telling you that the mastery of this path is the necessity. So you have to get out of this hermit energy. And then we get into the area of hope and despair. This is your crown. This is where you interpret what the divine is telling you. This is the two touch. And so you get your information from the divine, and it comes in and you're like, okay, this is what I do with that. That's where this is. This is hope and despair. So it is hope and beyond hope, even when all seems lost. Or despite the fact that there are plenty of opportunities, you're despondent. You're suffering from depression. This is the area that governs that. For you in this particular area, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, swords is soul, it is air, it is communication, it is thoughts and ideas. There is some idea that you need to realize. The Eight is a what now card. 7 is the culmination. It is the harvest. 8 is, okay, I've just harvested all of these things. What do I do with it now? How do I reinvest this? What is the new path? I see that there has to be a new path. There's a new path now open to me. That's what this is. This is also a card representing self-imposed restrictions. Your thoughts are holding you back. She's not being held by anybody. All the swords are behind her. She is blindfolded, she is tied, but she can get loose. She's not being held captive by anybody but her. This is self-imposed restrictions in most interpretations. Other people have different interpretations, but that is the most common. Now for me, this is a what now about an idea. Right? This is an 8. It is a sword. It is about what do I do now? And in order to get the answer to that, right, your current situation is stagnation. You are wanting to know what you can do. I want this change. I need this generational provision. You've got a decision to make. Once again, this is the Two of Pentacles. When it is standing tall, there is a decision that is being made. When it's like this, you are resisting the decision. Either you don't really see this path, or it's just becoming revealed to you and you don't know which one to take. There's something you got to understand about this, right? Understand this path of pentacles so that you can come to this fruition. Once you make this choice, right, this is going to open up the area of hope. Then you're going to see this path. Then you're going to take this path and enact this change. That's going to bring us to our divine feminine and our divine masculine so that we can get our final messages. In the divine feminine, stating what the situation currently is, you have the Queen of Wands. Once again, the wands are spirit, fire, life, light, logos, and change. The Queen, when she is standing upright, is you have all of these things. Now you are nurturing them. You have overcome the challenge, is what she represents, being a 13 card. I have overcome the challenge. Now I'm going to rest just for a second. I'm going to take in all of these things that I have learned from this challenge, and I'm going to gestate them. I'm going to give them my energy just for a few minutes, maybe an hour, maybe a couple of days, so that I can get a better understanding of them, so that I can nurture them into growing. Just like when you plant a seed, you have to nurture it into growing. It's the same with your life, right? Anything that you're trying to enact, you've got to take the positive steps in the right way. This is saying that you're not quite there yet, right? If you were nurturing and gestating this idea in the correct manner, you would be manifesting this provision. But you're not. There is still one little thing that you've got to do. And it appears to be you've got to come out of your isolation. And you can't make it up. What do we have clarifying this? What actions can you take? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Nurture the earth, which you're not doing, right? Whatever this path is, right? This is probably going to be tied to this Three of Pentacles here. It's probably going to be tied to this Wheel of Fortune here. You are resisting whatever this is, or right now this is an action card, right? This one is about what is currently going on. This one is about what you can do about the situation. This would be to nurture whatever the earthly path is. This is not. right? You are not nurturing if you're coming down off of the mountain. You're not nurturing if you're balancing things out. You're not nurturing if you're rising to the challenge and overcoming it. You're not nurturing if you're reaching the harvest and overcoming the challenges. You're not nurturing any of this. This is telling you not to nurture it. You are nurturing the change. Don't nurture the path. This is the earthly path. This is all of the provision. And you are stagnating, right? This is telling you if you want to manifest these things, right? Take that breath. Take that minute. You are not doing it, and you don't really need to at the moment, right? Don't nurture this. Don't nurture this. There is change that you need to enact in your life. You are not happy with this, right? That's the key component to this, right? If you are happy in your life, the message isn't for you. But this particular message right here, this is telling me that you are not happy in your life. You are not content with what's going on. You don't want to nurture either one of these, right? And you don't need to. That's what this is telling you, right? If both of these were upright, it would be telling you continue on your path. Things are working exactly like they're supposed to. This is not. This is saying that you are almost to the point of completion. You are in the challenge. You're not quite reaching the challenge and overcoming it. And so if you want to manifest your highest timeline, you have to not be content, but not rush things, right? This is wait. The change is happening right now. You want the change. It is manifesting. The action that you need to take is to open yourself up. Right? This is not go and get a new job right now, right? Even though you do kind of want one, right? You are looking at this change. This is generate and nurture, or resist generating and nurture. Don't get too comfortable. Step outside of your comfort zone. Walk into your future. Do the things that you are being called to do. Hopefully, I brought a little bit of enlightenment and not too much confusion to a somewhat difficult reading. I understand I've got some unconventional beliefs in readings, and that has a tendency to step on toes when people hear them. I do not apologize for it. If you like what I'm doing over here, let me know down below. Give me a like, share, follow, throw me a comment if you agree or disagree with anything that was said. Put it in the box, and if it remains respectful, it gets to remain up. If you really like what I'm doing over here, hit me with that super thanks. Consider joining for a membership or pick up a copy of my book where I teach you to do magic responsibly. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. God loves you. You are perfect, whole, and complete just the way that you are. And this has been Pitt's Take. Peace.